you're going through the beer section and you notice that there are a lot of brown bottles in there. However, there are some green bottles, and you wonder, why is this? And even some clear. Today, I'm going to tell you about the different colored bottles, what they mean, and why it is important the way they are. Whoa, what's this? A new background? Well, we actually have some new equipment. We have this lovely new backdrop. We have a new camera that's going to be showing up in some of the upcoming videos. And I even have a new chair coming. So keep an eye out for those things in future videos. Now, this is all stuff that you could have known before this video if you would have joined our Discord. That's right, Fisto Productions now has a Discord. You can stay up to date on the behind the scenes aspects of our new and upcoming videos, some projects that we're going to be working on, and you also get to see all of this content exclusively on Discord. Now, we will be posting the videos to YouTube, but if you want to know more and get a little bit of a sneak peek into it, then join our Discord. Link in the description below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because when we reach 69 subscribers, we're going to make a mystery shots video. So, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, back into it. Why green? Well, green beer bottles started right around World War II or so. Brown glass was in a really high demand at the time, and most beer manufacturers were not going to be putting in that much money into making glass for their beer. So they switched over to green. The problem with green bottles is that they allow about 15% of the UV light to pass through the bottle. Now, you're thinking, okay, UV light, beer, what does this have to do with it? The green beer bottle became a symbol of higher quality beer. This made it harder for beer manufacturers to switch back, as it was green for so long that they just really had it become part of their identity. The brown beer bottle only allows about 3% to 5% of the UV light to pass through. With that being said, UV light is a killer of beer, and that is why when back in the 19th century, when they started really mass producing beer bottles, they quickly realized that clear bottles weren't the way to go. Going back to the green bottle, we look at how much the UV goes through. So we got 15% versus 5%. The UV light that passes through into beer oxidizes with the hops. Alright, so now this is a lot of information thrown at you at once. And you're thinking, okay, UV light, hops, beer, UV, what's going on here? I am totally lost. Not to worry, I'm going to get into that here in a second. When hops reacts with UV sunlight, or any sort of UV light given off by fluorescent lights, incandescent lights, etc., there's a chemical reaction that happens. The chemical reaction happening is oxidation. Oxidation is what gives your beer that skunky smell and taste. And you're thinking, okay, so why is it that when I go to the store and I grab a bottle of beer from a manufacturer and it tastes skunky, like, is it just bad beer? The answer is no. They probably manufactured that to all their specifications. And if you were to have it straight out of the barrel, it would probably taste fantastic. The skunky smell and taste that you get from bottled beer that you get from the store is 100% due to poor retailing. Now, retailing is how it is displayed. Think about it. If you have brown bottle versus green bottle sitting in a cooler, even sometimes just out in the center, underneath all of these fluorescent lights, some of them even directly in front, which one is going to hold up better? Probably the brown bottle, right? With all of this being said, you know why your beer is going to taste skunky. You know that the green bottles are going to not hold up as well to it. Not saying that all beer in green bottles are going to taste bad. So now you're thinking, hold on. I go to the store and I grab a Miller High Life. This is obviously in a clear bottle. Why is it that when I drink it, no matter what, it doesn't really have that skunky flavor? That is because Miller High Life does not use hops. Now you're wondering, hold on, a beer without hops? Isn't that gruit? Not always. In this case, with Miller High Life, they use hop extract. Quite literally an extract of hops. It is really cool. Now, the problem with it is a fairly expensive process to do, or at least a difficult one. So why do they do it? It makes their process a little bit faster, making it that much easier to get their product to turn out. On a plus side to that, without actual hops in it, there's nothing there to oxidize, meaning they can have a clear bottle, which is much cheaper than the green bottle, which is cheaper than the brown bottle. Miller High Life is kind of one of those oddballs that they're about the only one you're going to find doing that. However, you're also thinking, well, what about some other beers that I find in clear bottles? For instance, Corona. The beer bottles for those are coated with a UV resistant coating that is going to help make it about the same as a green bottle. However, it is not a perfect science. Not to fear, because with modern day commercial beer process, with the bottling, there is so many steps that they put into to try to get it so when it is done aging and is done being packaged and shipped out to the distributor, then to the grocery stores or liquor stores, wherever you may be looking for it, know that they do everything in their power that by the time it reaches you, that you are going to hopefully get their best product. Now, like I said, due to poor retailing, there is the chance, but don't be afraid to have something out of a green bottle or a clear bottle, because like I said, the commercial beer brewers do everything in their power to try and make sure you get the best product possible. And in just like with commercial beer brewers trying to get you the best product possible, here we try and get you the best content possible. All right, and that's it for today. We talked about different colored bottles, a little bit of the history of them, and how much UV light they let through, which consequently sometimes leads to the answer of why your beer may be skunky. Hey everybody, if you enjoyed that video, please drop a like and leave a comment on what other subjects you'd like to see us talk about. Also, check out In Search of the Perfect Mushroom Swiss Burger Facebook page for great recipes and tips. And as always, we will see you next time.